Thank you again for joining us on A Certain Sound. We named it A Certain Sound because there are all kinds of voices and sounds out there that are clamoring for your attention. But there is a sound from heaven, and we want that sound. Daniel chapter 1, okay? We're in Daniel chapter 3 and Daniel chapter 1. We left off with talking about Daniel, Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego, and how God helped them to find favor in the eyes of their captors. Now we have in chapter 1 the secret to these three Christian men's attitude facing trials. We know it's because they were rightly related to God. But their attitude of God is able, of He will deliver us. But if He doesn't, we still won't bow down. That comes from an inward condition. An inward condition, and here is where it is. Daniel chapter 1, begin reading with verse 8. But Daniel purposed in his heart that he would not defile himself with the portion of the king's meat. There it is. He purposed in his heart. Now, these three fellas purposed also. Now, it doesn't say that in that verse, but look with me, if you don't mind. Look what it says. Go to verse 10. Okay, go to verse 10 of Daniel chapter 1. And the prince of the eunuchs said unto Daniel, I fear my lord the king, who hath appointed your meat and your drink. For why should he see your faces worse liking than the children which are of your sort? Then shall you make me endanger my head to the king. Then said Daniel to Melzar, whom the prince of the eunuchs had set over, get this, over Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. Prove thy servants, not servant, servants, I beseech thee, 10 days. And let them give us pulse to eat, all right, and water to drink, and let our countenances be looked upon at that time. So you're saying what? I'm saying that his three friends were in on the same thing. In other words, they all had the same purpose in their heart, that they too would not defile themselves with the king's meat. That's why they were able to say, if you go over to chapter 3, that's why they were able to say, our God is able to deliver us, and He will deliver us. But if not, we will not bow down. What kind of an attitude is this? Okay, that's what I want to ask. What kind of an attitude is it? My pastor told me years and years ago, he said, Jerry, God's opportunity, and hear what I'm saying, I never forgot this, told it to me 30 some years ago now. God's opportunity is created by your attitude toward Him. Let me say it again. It's your attitude that creates an opportunity for God to work on your behalf. What was their attitude? It was an attitude that says God can do anything and He will do it, but if He doesn't do it, now that sounds like a negative confession. Now there are a lot of people who think, they're called positive confessionists. That's a false doctrine. It's a word of faith movement. But friends, there is such a thing as a positive statement and a positive confession that's good and biblical. But there's also this statement, but if not, that's a negative confession. No, it's not. It's a realistic confession. It's a confession that is true, that simply says, if God doesn't come through like I expect, guess what? That doesn't change my attitude towards God. And that attitude will create an opportunity for God to take care of your need and your situation as He sees fit.
Thank you for watching A Certain Sound Daily Video Devotional. Be sure to sign up for the iTunes podcast or daily email of A Certain Sound when you visit us online at www.acertainsound.com. A Certain Sound is a ministry of Word of Truth Christian Center in Bowling Green, Ohio. On behalf of Word of Truth Christian Center, I'm Sonetta. God bless, and we'll see you tomorrow.